the afternoon. It's the 14th of January. It's coming up to 3 o'clock. Temperature's about 10 or 12. I'm on Bedford Street, in behind the City Hall, and I'm standing in front of the famous Ulster Hall. And I'm in between the buses, so I'll get out of the road here, trying not to get knocked down. Well, this is the famous Ulster Hall, built 1862. And not a lot of people know this, as Michael Caine would say. Led Zeppelin played Stairway to Heaven for the first time in the Ulster Hall, Belfast. And here's what's on the menu for these particular weeks. But I'm coming along, and there's the old bike. This is the first time I've been out on the bike for a while. Get a bit of jam on the Ulster Hall. Famous for its organ. Now I've done videos on it. But anyway, coming along here, and there's a new statue, and a lot of people walking by wouldn't know who this is, and it's disappointing for me and others to see that there's no name plaque on this statue. Where's the name plaque? Where's a wee bit of information? You know, what? You know, this. Our young people need to be educated. Well, take a wee walk around, and I wonder, do you know who this guy is? And I wonder, would any of the people passing by know who this statue is? I bet you not too many, because it takes you to be born in a certain era to know who exactly this statue is. I'm just surprised that there's no name plaque. This is, of course, Rory Gallagher, 1948 through to 1995. He died whenever he was 47, taken young. The Irish musician and songwriter, and he is cited as being the greatest guitarist you've never heard of, because he wasn't widely known outside guitar circles. He wasn't widely known outside Belfast and Ireland, but he certainly was known in Belfast in the 70s and 80s and 90s. He was admired by such leading guitar figures as Jimi Hendrix and The Edge and Slash and Brian May and Eric Clapton and Joe Bonamassa. Here's the thing: he wasn't born in Belfast. He was born in Ballyshannon in County Donegal. He wasn't even born in Northern Ireland. So you're saying to yourself, why is there a statue to commemorate the genius of R&B blues player Rory Gallagher in Belfast? Well, Rory Gallagher didn't give up on Belfast during the Troubles in late 60s and 70s. He was here every year, and the Ulster Hall was packed, filled of 2,000 fans to see him. And there was nothing happening in Belfast in the 70s, because the danger was, you know, you get blown to bits or shot or attacked or something or other. But Rory Gallagher came faithfully, and it is said that he looked upon Belfast as his second home, and where he honed his musical genius. And many of his sidesmen were actually Belfast born or came from Northern Ireland, which is quite remarkable. In fact, whenever he played in the band called Taste, his two sidesmen back then, John Wilson and Charlie McCracken, were both Northern Ireland born. Other leading guitarists that really looked up to Rory Gallagher were Vivian Campbell and Gary Moore, and he just left such a legacy on the guitar scene. He ended up playing all over UK. Ulster Hall was one of his favourite venues. This is not his main guitar. He bought whenever he was 15, he bought a £100 1961 Fender Stratocaster, and this was his main musical instrument of choice. He modified it again and again throughout his career. So some people have criticised the statue because of that. Of course, he did play other guitars. After Taste in 1970, he played with various power trios. And I have to emphasise this, he played Belfast faithfully in the 1970s when other bands just refused to come. Later on in life, he developed all sorts of health issues, and he turned to prescription drugs and died at the age of 47. He's buried in St Oliver's Cemetery near Cork in Ballyconleague. And this bronze statue is by Anto Brennan, Jessica Clockey and David O'Brien. And it's inspired by his gig in the Ulster Hall in 1972, where he would stand with his arms aloft, embracing his fans. So this is a Fender Telecaster, not his traditional Fender Stratocaster. And some folks are a bit unhappy too, because they think the statue leans towards being too feminine in appearance. Yeah, I have no bone of contention with Rory Gallagher's statue being put up. I think it's good that he is commemorated here in Belfast. But where's the statue to people like Frank Carson? Arguably one of the top comedians in the UK for several decades. Where's the statue to George Best? Arguably one of the top footballers that the world has ever known. Where's the statue to Gary Moore, who played with Thin Lizzy? You know, I just can't understand this. What is the reasoning? You know, why do some statues get preference or appear to get preference over others? I'm not. You know, Frank Carson, George Best, and Gary Moore were all Belfast born, and you know, and yet we're having statues put up to commemorate folks who weren't even born here. Not that I have any problem with Rory Gallagher, who was very faithful in coming to Belfast during very dangerous days. So Belfast City Council maybe needs to think again and look to local celebrities who have left an indelible mark on the world scene, and they need to be remembered as well. And there's been a movement to try and establish a statue to Gary Moore for decades now, and Belfast City Council has totally ignored it. George Best, yes, there's a statue down at Windsor Park, and the Belfast City Airport was named after him, but you know, I think he should have a statue, and it should be where people can see it, right at City Hall. And old Frank, one of my favourites. What about a statue for Frank? He made so many people laugh, and he brought the community, the very much divided community, he brought them together. Okay, doke, there's my wee rant as an end piece to this video. Hope you're having a good day, and I'm out on the bike, and this has been the first time in weeks that I've been out. So, hope you're good where you are.